Animated backgrounds like Digital Juice's jump backs are a great way to make your titles and graphics look more professional. Unfortunately, there's a bit more to making great looking graphics than just dropping in a background. The good news is that formatting fonts is easy if you know a few simple rules. In this episode, we'll look at 5 aspects of the titles and graphics that you create to help you avoid the perils of faulty fonting. You know, there are a lot of really good people out there making some really bad looking titles and graphics. You've seen them and you know what I'm talking about. Well, I don't want that to be you. In the next few minutes, I'll share 5 tips from my experience to help you avoid some of the most common titling mistakes. Are you ready? Let's take 5. Tip number 1, be bold. The most important aspect of any title is readability. Make sure you choose a typeface that's big, bold, and easy to read. If your editing app is anything like mine, you've got tons of fonts to choose from. It can be tempting to go crazy with all kinds of fancy fonts, but certain typefaces are better than others for TV. Fonts that are thin or swirly can be hard to read, especially certain letters. If your viewer has to think too hard or look too closely to decipher your text, you've lost his attention and you've missed the mark. It's always better to go for big, thick, and bold instead of small, thin, and swirly. If something's important enough to reinforce with text, it needs to be presented in a way that's clean, clear, and legible. So tip number 1 is be bold. Tip number 2, choose colors that contrast. It's important to pick a font color that contrasts well with your background. White text on a light-colored background or dark text on a dark background are what we call low contrast. The color of the characters and background are too close, so it's hard to read the text. Just choosing a dark font for that light background, in this case navy blue, increases the contrast and the readability improves immensely. Light text on a dark background is almost always okay. Dark text on a white background is fine in terms of contrast, but it can be hard on a viewer's eyes if it's overused for TV or in presentations. Some colors should be avoided at all costs. Whatever you do, stay away from bright fluorescent green and Pepto pink. And watch out for red in NTSC applications. Reds tend to bleed and look bad on screen. Tip number 3, go deep. When used properly, drop shadows and outlines add depth and interest to your titles. Drop shadows and outlines are great ways to pop your text off the background, create separation, and add the illusion of depth. Text without a shadow seems to be on the same layer as the background itself, while text with a shadow seems to float in front of the background. Keep a couple things in mind when you use shadows in your text. You need to make sure all your shadows fall in the same direction and have about the same level of transparency. Drop shadows look best if you imagine that the light comes in at an angle from one of the top corners of the frame. Personally, I like my shadows to fall down and to the right. When it comes to color, outlines can be pretty much any color you want. Just make sure to stick with color that's in the NTSC safe range. Shadows, on the other hand, should always be black or gray. Remember, the illusion that a shadow creates is that the letters are blocking a light source. Please, no more colored shadows. Tip number 4, be consistent. If you're working on a project that uses multiple pages of graphics with text, be wise, templatize. When you're working on a project or a program, it's best to pick a look you like and stick with it for the entire project. You don't want your fonts to change in size, color, position, or style from page to page within a project. The key to looking professional is consistency. To avoid errors, copy and paste your original and use it as the foundation for each new graphic. Tip number 5, be brief. Don't write out long sentences or full paragraphs. Hit the highlights, emphasize key points, and move on. No matter how nice you format your fonts, there's such a thing as too much of a good thing. Unless you need to type out a disclaimer or a quote, keep your text treatment short and sweet. You can accomplish the same goal more effectively by summarizing key points in a short bulleted list like this one. If you absolutely have to type something out long form, it's best to have a narrator read it verbatim. Long titles accompanied by silence make viewers really uncomfortable. There you have it, 5 tips for formatting fonts. Number 1, be bold. Number 2, choose colors that contrast. Number 3, go deep. Number 4, be consistent. And number 5, be brief. In the end, you can apply one simple rule to every title or graphic that you create. Each one should support the main message of the production, not distract from it. Well, that's it for this episode of Take 5. Thanks for watching. Now get back to work.